some coworkers from other department, like we are all fighting for the higher position, every day just sitting in my little cubicle and slowly losing the passion of life because I was just fed up. And I was looking for a plan B, and Nu Skin became attached because of the Lumi Spa. And later on, I started using the facial spa, body spa, ageLOC Me, and ageLOC TR90, which greatly improved my skin and successfully lost 25 pounds. And just a little tip, if you want to hear in Chinese, 如果你想听中文的话呢，可以click 那个下面的右下角的那个 button， 就是中文的那个然后我们有翻译哈，是我们的建宁老师。Okay, so in the process of doing Nu Skin, I saw from the other great leaders that Nu Skin is not just a platform for making money. It can continue to accumulate passive income, and it can also use mutual assistance to achieve careers, use cooperation to replace competition with the team members, team leaders, and become more helpful to others as well. So I can see my future in Nu Skin, and I am super excited still. I'm eager to gain a perfect life through Nu Skin platform. Thank you. So this is my little introduction. And today we have a very, very special speaker here. But before we introduce him, let's all thank to Mr. Patrick and Miss Margaret for your help inviting this special guest come to our Zoom channel today. And everyone, please send lots of loves and flowers to Patrick and Margaret. Since today's meeting is in English, we invited our interpreter, Miss Jianning, to translate for us. If you need to hear in Chinese, please select on the right-hand side of bottom on your screen. It should be on your right-hand side of the bottom. Please send loves and flowers to Jianning as well. So I'm just so excited. Are you? So today's guest is our technical communication and education manager on the Nu Skin Enterprises global research and development team. Currently, his primary responsibility is to ensure market staff receive proper technical and scientific training in each of Nu Skin's more than 50 markets. He is a frequent presenter to audiences around the world and is appreciated for his ability to translate complex topics, right, into understandable information. So previously he worked in product support team where he helped provide personalized service to individuals with questions and concerns related to skincare and nutritional product. He has been with Nu Skin for over 10 years in his various roles. 10 years, wow, which has allowed him to gain valuable experience. Wow, 10 years. Now, so everyone please get up. Well, you can't really get up, but let's get up and help me welcome our technical communication and education manager, Mr. Tanner Gibb. Tanner?
Woohoo!
Good morning.
Yay! Good morning.
Woohoo!
Thank you for that introduction. How is everybody out there? You guys doing good? Thumbs up? Hope you're excited for the day. Wow, everyone, let's get out of our chairs. Let's, on the count of 3, everybody with me, let's say, let's go 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes. Well, I'm excited to be here. I am one of many scientists in this company. And today I have some exciting stuff to share with you about what ageLOC is all about and some of our products with that innovation. And hopefully I can explain some things that just help you to better understand what innovation goes into the science behind our products. So with that, let me share my screen really quick. Perfect. Can you see that okay? Give me a thumbs up. Perfect. Okay, well that,
Yes.
good. That is a picture of the best looking scientist in the entire company, don't you think? I use our products, I love our products. And today I just want to give you a brief introduction into why Nu Skin. There are so many other companies out there, but why us? And then do a deep dive into ageLOC technology and explain what this gene expression science is all about. And then we'll go through just a few key ageLOC examples today. And hopefully by the end of this, you'll have a good sense of that we're a science-based company. And I want you to understand that you don't need to be a scientist to be successful. In fact, I don't want you to be a scientist. Leave the science job to the scientists. I just want you to know that we have science behind our products. So let's jump in. Why Nu Skin for me? Well, it started with the people that I worked with, just incredible people, employees on the inside, but also we have the best sales leaders in the world. In fact, you talk to Rich and Ryan and our executive committee, they'll tell you that one of our competitive advantages is our people. Incredible sales leaders, incredible employees that work together to be able to create programs and products and platforms. Number two, there is products. As a global scientist, I get to hear testimonials of people who take our products from around the world. And I can tell you that motivates us and our entire scientific team because we hear all the time that our products are changing lives. People look better, people feel better, and their lives are improved by using our products. And number three, culture. We have the best culture here at Nu Skin. It is truly one big family where if we were together, we'd all be given big hugs and smiles and selfies. Um, it's a culture of serving, it's a culture of giving back, and it's a culture of love. And I love being a part of that. In terms of why Nu Skin and not any other company out there, one of the main reasons is our science. We have incredible research centers where we work. Today, I'm actually at home in my office, but day to day, we still work in our labs, and we have incredible labs where we do testing on making sure that the formulas are just right. We do stability testing to make sure that our products are stable through the end of the shelf life, making sure that all of the ingredients are there in their full potency. We have a microbiology lab. Here we have microbiologists who test for different pathogens like E. coli or Staphylococcus or total bacteria. Who out there wants a bunch of bacteria in their product? I certainly don't. That's why we do the testing for you so that you don't have to worry. This is worry-free science so that you don't have to worry about your products. Clinical lab. This is where we do a lot of clinical testing to make sure that we have the right ingredients, but also the right part of ingredients. And then a chemistry lab. This is making sure that we have the right compounds in our products. So these 5 state-of-the-art labs with over 22,000 square feet of technology is where a lot of this research and development happens to make sure that your products are safe and effective. Another reason why Nu Skin is different is we have a guarantee to the world, and we call it our 6S quality process. This is where we ensure that first, we select only high quality ingredients to go into our formulations. Number two, we source them from places all around the world. And you'd be surprised that the potency of ingredients will vary by up to 500% based on where you source an ingredient from, right? So if you get, for example, your purple corn from Peru, we've learned that it's a lot better than and a higher quality and a more pure form than getting it from, let's say, China or the United States. Every ingredient is different, which is why we have PhD scientists to source these ingredients all around the world. Number three, specification. We have very strict specifications that go into every single one of our products. In fact, before a product is released into the market, you know that it's passed all of these specifications for things like weight or texture or pH or safety measures like contaminants, bacteria, heavy metals. It goes through all these specs and we make sure that it passes. So we make sure we check off those boxes before it actually gets into your hands. Number four, we standardize our products to ingredients or to the active compounds where applicable. Safety, this is a given, but we guarantee that every product that we sell is going to be safe for you and your consumers. And then number six, substantiation. This is one of our key competitive advantages. We substantiate all of our products. We do a lot of clinical studies, so many clinical studies, to be able to provide that efficacy and that proof that any product claim is fully substantiated. So when you read our marketing materials and say, oh, this product helps with lines and wrinkles, or this product helps with energy, you know that we have more than adequate substantiation to be able to back up all of those approved product claims. Okay, another key advantage behind our company is that we have a whole team of scientists, and it begins with Joe Chang, who is actually a founder of Pharmanex, our nutritional line or supplement line that we have, a PhD scientist involved in drug development. And he brought this pharmaceutical-like approach to creating high-quality products on both of our skincare and our nutrition lines, which are overseen by Helen Nags and Mark Bartlett, respectively. Helen Nags is a biochemist. Mark Bartlett, he is an immunologist, so he studies the immune system. And this is our three-headed team that leads research and development. But behind the scenes, and what you don't always see, is we have an entire team of well over 75 scientists. Well over 75. That's the minimum number that we guarantee. But we have scientists in areas of sourcing ingredients. We have scientists in areas of regulations, making sure that we follow all the regulations for all the markets around the world. We have scientists who are engineers, who are part of our device team and making sure that our devices run properly, like ageLOC Me or Galvanic Spa or LumiSpa or ageLOC Boost for the future, right? A whole team of engineers. We have research scientists that spend their time doing research, looking at the scientific literature, making sure that we can understand what is out there so that we can apply that science to our products. We have development scientists. We have scientists who develop our products, making sure that it has the right texture, making sure that it has the right flavor or the right sweetness. And these are food scientists that have expertise in these areas. We have education scientists like myself to better help train and educate the world why we do what we do and why we're so unique, right? So when you see a competitor who says, oh, we had one PhD or one doctor who formulated this product, well, compare that to us and say, do you know what? We have over 15 PhD scientists and over 75 total scientists that work together in different areas of expertise. In fact, we have PhD scientists in chemistry, in biochemistry, in immunology, in pharmacology, in pharmacognosy. We have registered dietitians. We have so many different areas of expertise that it allows us, in my opinion, an advantage over the competition because we can use that collective brain power to be able to formulate the best products in the world. And then on top of that, we have a world-class scientific advisory board. And these are experts in areas like genetics. We have dermatologists, we have anti-aging specialists, we have gene expression and longevity specialists, we have experts in gut health and microflora, we have experts in plant compounds and technology. And these experts, we meet with them on a regular basis to be able to help formulate these products. Okay, let's switch gears now that you have a better understanding of why Nu Skin. It's because of our people, our incredible products, and the science behind what we do that is unmatched. Let's switch gears and talk about ageLOC technology. Now, ageLOC is a brand of products that began in 2008, and it has received over 10 billion US dollars over the course of its life. And I can tell you, the growth was actually very small toward the beginning, but it has catapulted, and we've seen increased growth, increased sales, increased revenue with our ageLOC brand of products. It is taking off. In fact, when you look at some of our top product sales in terms of revenue globally, so around the world, some of our top 5 products include things like LumiSpa, Galvanic Spa for both the face and the body, ageLOC TR90, ageLOC Youth, and LifePak. But 4 out of the 5 top global sellers are all ageLOC branded. So we're going to talk about what ageLOC is, where it comes from, and why it's such a unique selling opportunity. Now, when we talk ageLOC, we're talking an approach to anti-aging. Now, our approach to anti-aging is actually focused on the sources right there in the middle of that circle, instead of just focusing on the aging signs and symptoms. Now, you think about traditional approaches to anti-aging, it's all about treating the signs and symptoms. A good example of this might be a product that hides lines and wrinkles, right? That just fills in the space instead of actually going to the sources of what is causing those lines and wrinkles on your face. Our approach, instead of just hiding on the surface or treating just the signs and the symptoms on the outside of aging, is we go to the source. So we go inside of the cells and we look at how gene expression controls aging. So at a cellular genetic level, we're looking at how we can impact aging in a positive, youthful way. And that was the beginning of the approach of ageLOC. Now, there was an old way of thinking that aging is inevitable. There is nothing you can do to change your genes. But the new science now shows us that the expression of those genes can be influenced to a more youthful state. So what does this mean to you? Your genes, they're not mutating. They're not changing, right? We're not turning ourselves into Cyclops or Wolverine or some crazy mutation, right? ageLOC science is all about changing the expression of your genes. Now, let me back up here for a second. Expression of your genes is something very important because this is normal and natural and happens on a daily basis. What's unique about ageLOC is we can measure the gene expression changes that happen with aging. And so in a normal, natural way, we can select different ingredients to target different aspects of aging. And much of this began with the work that LifeGen Technologies was doing. Now, LifeGen is an anti-aging company that studied genetics, and they studied anti-aging models that would actually improve how we age, less side effects of aging. And they used this model to then measure gene expression and found there were certain ingredients that would mimic a healthier gene expression profile. And so that began our work with LifeGen to be able to formulate supplements and change gene expression. Okay, here's a good example of this, because when you think of identical twins, think about how they have the same genes. They have the same DNA, they have the same genetic code. But these twins, they look different. Maybe you know twins in your own life who look very different. even though they share the same genetic code. Well, why is that? Their diet, their lifestyle, all change their gene expression. And so we learned at the source of aging, if we can change gene expression to a more youthful state, we can improve our appearance and look younger, and we can improve our health and feel younger on the inside as well. So how do we measure gene expression? It begins with a gene chip. We use high quality Affymetrix gene chips to be able to measure over 20,000 genes in one single experiment. And with this experiment, what we do is we then measure how gene expression is performing. If genes are upregulated or if they're downregulated. In fact, let me give you an example here, because when we talk about high or low gene expression, it's compared to a baseline, right? So if you think about all the different cells that you have inside of the body, it's gene expression that is turned on or turned off in different cells that determine if your cell becomes a skin cell or a heart cell or a brain cell, for example, right? So some of those genes, they're turned on and they give the codes or the information to say you should become this type of cell. That same science applies to aging. So within our skin cells, there are certain genes that turn up with aging that cause a lot of lines and wrinkles, that cause discoloration of the skin, that cause a lack of firmness, right? And so if we're able to change or alter that information that's being provided to the cells to a more youthful state, then we can provide youthful benefits inside the entire body. So that's what gene expression is all about. So what we first do is we test the difference between young and old gene expression. Okay, and so each one of these is an experiment, which is why we've been able to create one of the largest gene expression databases in the entire world. And from this data, what we do is we test a gene chip when it's young, and we test a tissue in a gene chip when it's old. And out of these 20,000 genes, you can see here, we want to identify which are the ones that are changing in their pattern with aging, right? Because not all of the genes change in their expression or activity as we get older. Some stay the same. Some go up in their expression, some go down in their expression. And so what we're able to do is create these heat maps. And these heat maps allow us to identify the difference between a young gene expression pattern and an old gene expression pattern. In this example, it's actually related to mitochondrial function and energy. And you can see in these different strains, we're able to conserve gene expression patterns and identify what are the key genes that we want to target that are changing with aging. Okay, we also test different tissues. This is very important. We've been able to test heart tissue, skin tissue, brain tissue, intestines, fat tissue, and muscle. And each of these require different experiments and different tests. But this is important because, and think about it, does your brain age at the same rate or in the same way as your muscle? No, it's actually very different. And so what we've been able to find is that the gene expression pattern that changes in your heart tissue is actually very different from the gene expression that changes in your skin or in your brain. And so what we do then is we get a very big picture of, systemic aging. In other words, we can see how aging is happening at a genetic level in the various tissues throughout the body so that we can then target these different areas of health. Now, this is significant because is there one single anti-aging gene? No, there's not. In fact, there's thousands of genes that change in expression, but these numbers are different from one tissue to another. So if you see a competitor who says, hey, we identified the one anti-aging gene, well, maybe that is an anti-aging gene in one tissue, but it has no anti-aging effects in a different tissue in the body. So this is why our work is so comprehensive and unique, and we have patents to actually protect this technology and how we apply it to our products. Okay, then we test different ingredients. This is very important because we've had a lot of experience with the best anti-aging ingredients, thinking about things like blueberry or tart cherry or green tea or pomegranate or broccoli. And what we've been able to do is we've tested these ingredients in different tissues to be able to create what I call this incredible innovative box of ageLOC ingredients. And inside of that box, we have a lot of information where we can then look at that data and look at that information and pick the different anti-aging ingredients to be able to put into different formulas for supplements and nutrition or for cosmetics, right? And skincare products, because different ingredients target different aspects of anti-aging throughout the body. So we have this incredible big ageLOC box of ingredients to be able to screen and select ingredients from. Okay, so we've talked about identifying young versus old gene expression. And you can see that on this example here. We have a young pattern that's very different from an old pattern of gene expression. And then we test a whole bunch of these ingredients and we create a heat map for each of these ingredients. And you can imagine this goes beyond ingredient 5. This goes ingredient 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, dozens and dozens and dozens of the best anti-aging ingredients. We have these heat maps already. And then what we do, depending on what we want to target, we'll select the ingredient or the ingredient blend that targets a youthful gene expression pattern. And as you can see, that's exactly what our science does. You can see here that ingredient 4 is very similar to that young gene expression pattern. In fact, in this example, you can see that 92% of those genes are reset to a more youthful gene expression pattern. That's what ageLOC is all about. Now, I want everyone here to understand that we've been able to apply this science to both Nu Skin and to Pharmanex. And for whoever drew that picture on my presentation, that wasn't me, but nonetheless, we apply this science to Nu Skin and to Pharmanex. So we do gene ship analysis to be able to look at things on the skincare side that are important for cell turnover, which is how fast your cells turn over, which give that radiant glow, that youthful glow to your skin. Skin structure. This relates a lot to how our skin cells perform in impacting things like lines and wrinkles. We can impact hydration of the skin, pigmentation of the skin, right? And other areas important for skin health. On the Pharmanex side, we can apply the same science to different areas like energy or cell purification and detox, metabolism, lean muscle, appetite. The list goes on and on. These are just a few examples, but I want you to see that we apply the science to different areas to target different sources of aging related to the skin or to the body. And what's important for you to understand here is that there's no single one ageLOC ingredient that targets all of these benefits, right? Some people ask me, well, Tanner, where is the ageLOC ingredient in this product? And I see that it's different from a different ageLOC product. Well, that makes sense, right? ageLOC is a technology. It's not an ingredient. Remember that. And being a technology, it's different anti-aging ingredients that target different areas of health. So for example, we have ingredients like pomegranate and cordyceps and ginseng that can target cell energy. Whereas on the skin side, we have different ingredients. We have firming blends and skin structure blends that target different areas on skincare for things like lines and wrinkles and firmness and hydration and all of the other benefits we talk about. So keep that in mind. There's no one single ageLOC ingredient. It's different blends that target different areas in our different portfolios. Okay. When we talk about our anti-aging science, I want you to understand that this is well received globally with these posters that we give at scientific conferences. We've received over 50 awards, and that number continues to increase. We've done over 38 oral presentations at scientific conferences, and we have 32 total patents or pending related to our science. Now, I want to focus on patents for just a minute. Patents are a sign of innovation, and it means that you have exclusive rights to a particular design or technology that you've applied in your space. And the fact that we have 32 patents, I wish we could go in depth about all of them, but just in brief, let me tell you that we have patents related to our LumiSpa technology. We have patents related to our galvanic spa technology, alternating currents that adjust to your skin. We have patents related to future devices, including ageLOC Boost and other technologies we're working on. We have patents related to many of our nutritional products as well. ageLOC R², patents related to TR90 and weight management, patents related to ageLOC Youth and supporting these aging defense mechanisms. We have so many different patents. And so what I want you to remember from this is that what you offer to the world is something exclusive to Nu Skin. Nobody else in the world has what we have, and nobody else in the world can mimic or copy what we have because we have patents that protect these designs or technologies or proprietary formulas that go into our products. Okay, let me walk you through just a few examples of some of our key ageLOC products that we have, okay? And let's start out with one of our nutritional products in ageLOC Youth. This is our most advanced anti-aging supplement that we have ever created. According to one of our execs, it is the mother of all supplements. So if you had to only pick one supplement to take, we would recommend ageLOC Youth because of how well it does. It is one of our top global sellers and changes lives around the world. It is based on our innovative gene expression science. It changes aging defense mechanisms, and it's a unique blend of ingredients that you can't get even from a healthy diet. Some of these ingredients include carotenoid antioxidants, rosemary, citrus bioflavonoids, purple corn, and many others. I can actually hear some sound in the background if you wouldn't mind muting. Okay, and let's talk about this. So gene expression research in multiple tissues. So this is our most comprehensive approach of looking at gene expression in the brain, in the muscle, and in the heart. And as you can see here, the green column represents typical aging. The orange column represents healthy aging, and the red column represents ageLOC Youth. Now the green column is typical aging. This is not ideal. This is normal aging that causes a lot of side effects and issues that happen with the aging process. Healthy aging is the model. Orange is the gold standard. And then youth, what happened with this group is they were a typical aging group that were given ageLOC Youth. And incredibly, what happened in this science is you can see that the statistical software was not able to distinguish the difference between ageLOC Youth and healthy aging. What this means for you is that ageLOC Youth is changing thousands and thousands of genes in the brain, muscle, and heart to mimic healthy aging gene expression inside the body. Think about for a minute. We're not just changing one gene or 2 genes or 10 genes. These are large groups of thousands of genes that are being reset to a more youthful, healthy aging status. So if you think about healthy aging and what that ideal standard is, ageLOC Youth is mimicking that same healthy gene expression pattern, as you can see with the different colors and how it's very similar to healthy aging. Incredible science. Aging defense mechanisms. This is a product that supports these important mechanisms. Gene expression controls them. We have a mechanism for antioxidants. We have a mechanism for stress and detox. We have a mechanism for DNA protection and repair. We have a mechanism for inflammatory balance. I want to focus on that one just very briefly. Inflammation is part of the body's immune response. Now, when you get sick, you have an immune response that causes inflammation to be able to fight off the infection. And so hopefully it rises up quickly and then comes back down. The problem with inflammation is when it continues to trigger or it doesn't work properly and it leads to low-grade chronic inflammation. This is linked with age-related concerns and accelerates the aging process. It causes your immune system to age faster. It causes your heart to age faster. It causes your brain to age faster if you have inflammation in the brain, right? And this leads to a lot of negative side effects where you can't process information well, where your heart doesn't function as properly or as useful as it could, or your immune system doesn't fight off infection like it once did. And so supporting a healthy inflammatory balance is crucial to overall health. In supporting these aging defense mechanisms, we provide systemic benefits. These are benefits for the whole body, benefits for the brain in terms of memory and cognition, benefits for the skin. I, for one, have noticed that my skin health has improved by taking ageLOC Youth. Cellular health, your cells perform younger by taking this product. Metabolic health, looking at glucose and lipid metabolism. Bone health, this is important for bones as we have vitamin D and vitamin K2 to be able to transport these nutrients and the calcium where it belongs inside the bone instead of in the arteries and other tissues throughout the body. Physical performance. A lot of people have mentioned to me they take this product and they're able to perform better. Their physical performance improves. Eye health, supporting normal vision. Heart health, supporting areas of blood pressure, of circulation, and other related factors related to how well your heart performs. Immune health. This is crucial and related to our inflammatory balance, like I already mentioned. And then joint health. The benefits that you experience might be different from someone else, but that's okay because ingredients work in the body where they are needed most, according to certain theories in anti-aging. And so the benefit that you experience might be a bit different, and that's wonderful. Everyone experiences this differently, and if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend you try this product. Now, let me talk briefly about some of the studies because we do a lot of clinical studies, and ageLOC Youth is no exception. Let's talk about the brain, the skin, and neuroprotection. First of all, in the brain, we have done functional MRIs in this clinical study, and we've seen improved activity related to attention, memory, and error detection. Secondarily, we've seen improvements in cognition in these tests related to memory, verbal fluency, and mood. We've done a skin health study. This is a study where we applied a stressor, which is UV light, to the skin. And you can see before and after ageLOC Youth, there's a dramatic difference in the redness and the control of damage and inflammation on the skin. Even with the number of cells that have been damaged, with ageLOC Youth, you can see that it reduced the number of damaged cells. There's a brain study as well, and I don't want to get too in depth, but I want you to understand that we saw a novel finding, something that's never been published, but with a double-blind, placebo-controlled study using innovative technology, we measured an increase in glutathione in the brain. Glutathione is an important antioxidant, but it also helps to detoxify some of the waste and toxins and free radicals and damage inside of the brain. And this is very important to keep a youthful brain. Having higher glutathione can better protect your brain against the many insults and damage that comes to your brain with aging because of increased free radicals, increased breathing, increased things that further accelerate the aging of the brain. We can help to attenuate that through increased glutathione. Okay, what would a presentation be without mentioning the world's #1 at-home beauty device system brand? The point that I want to make here for you is that we have the Body Spa that has done incredible things for the body. We have the Galvanic Spa with the different heads to be able to target different aspects of youthfulness on the skin, on the face. with these different currents that adjust to what your skin needs. ageLOC Me, which is a customized skincare device that has a proprietary mixing protocol to be able to improve the absorption of certain key actives that are in these unique formulas that are customized to your skincare needs. And then LumiSpa, in fact, our top selling product globally is our LumiSpa brand based on this innovative technology. And I want to take just a few minutes to just talk about LumiSpa and why I love the science behind it. This is based on science to stimulate anti-aging proteins. Proteins are derived from gene expression. And so we use our ageLOC science to be able to target those benefits in the skin. One of the key benefits behind LumiSpa and innovations is this proprietary counter-oscillating technology, where part of the head rotates one direction and the other part of the head rotates a different direction, hence counter-oscillation. This movement on the skin creates this perfect massage. It's a light massage that gives that little bit of stretch to the skin to be able to pump out the dirt and impurities and makeup inside of the pores and give you that clean, youthful glow. It's a cleansing and treatment product in one. And I can tell you for the science, we did a lot of work because if you don't get the right frequency and movement with the device, then it's not going to provide the same benefits. If it doesn't move enough, it doesn't stimulate the anti-aging proteins. If it over moves the skin, then it can irritate and damage the skin. So we did a lot of testing to make sure that you get the perfect movement and massage action on the skin every time that you use the LumiSpa. We tested this with over 70 different products to be able to fine-tune the products that would provide you these core skin benefits: softness, smoothness, radiance, clarity, purified skin, reduced pore appearance, and improved appearance of skin volume and density. 7 benefits in one incredible, innovative, patented device. And this is just one of the many clinical studies that were done on LumiSpa. And you can see that the percent change over baseline in softness and smoothness began even after 1 week of using the product. Now, this is important because when I use it, I notice I just have that baby soft, smooth skin. I love that feeling after using the LumiSpa. After some time, you see some additional anti-aging benefits related to better cleansing and brightness and radiance. So you start to get that youthful glow and radiant benefit after multiple weeks of using the product. And then you start to see some additional benefits. Notice here that the benefits continue to increase for every parameter we looked at, including firmness, where we start to see an improvement in the firm level of your skin after 12 weeks of use. Incredible product, incredible technology. There's one more product I want to apply this technology to, and then if there's time, we'll be able to open it up to a few questions that you might have about ageLOC and what this is and how we apply the science. This is TR90. TR90 is our weight management and body shaping system. This isn't a fad diet. In fact, I don't even call TR90 a diet because diets are short term. They don't last. And usually they're based on fads, which are extreme diets that just don't work. They're not sustainable. TR90 is based on good science to help with key areas that are going to support you in your weight management efforts. Now, it has an incredible blend of products that were based on gene expression science that we did in different areas that are responsible for healthy metabolism. That was one of the core benefits we targeted with TR90. Who doesn't want to burn more fat and maximize fat burn inside the body? We designed our system to be able to support that core benefit. Maintaining lean muscle. This is one of the key advantages of our TR90 system because it was designed to support lean muscle. We know with traditional diets, people lose 20 to 40% of their mass as lean muscle. Just think about that. If you lose up to 40% of your weight from muscle, you're losing that metabolic engine because muscle burns more calories than fat. And muscle takes up less space than fat. Some of the women I talk to are afraid. They're like, oh, I don't want to build muscle or maintain muscle. So I don't want to work out or lift weights. No, on the contrary, muscle, even in women and men, helps you to look more firm, more trim, more youthful. Keep in mind, it takes up less space in the body than the same amount of fat. And so it does help with that trimming, youthful appearance. And last but not least, is supporting positive mood and willpower. Now, this is in the brain, but there are signals that come from the gut and from fat cells that go to the brain that relate to different hormones in the body, like glucose and insulin and ghrelin and leptin. These hormones that send signals to say, you are hungry, so you better eat, or you are full, you better stop eating. But sometimes these signals, they get altered or changed with overweight and obesity. And so we wanted to help support a healthy mood, a healthy appetite, healthier, leaner hunger signals inside the body to give you the best advantage at seeing success. Now, we did a clinical study with TR90 and saw some incredible results. And these are the core advantages, is that it incorporates the science of gene expression. So it's not just ingredients that support these areas, it's about targeting the sources of weight management. Number two, a holistic approach. This is not just some fad diet. This is a lifestyle change that uses products, a healthy eating plan based on the latest science, and also a lifestyle program that incorporates physical activity, helping you to become the best version of yourself. I recommend you set goals to exercise, to eat healthy, and keep on that train because it takes time. Remember this, true transformation takes time. Same thing with TR90. Okay, this will be my last slide, and I just want to summarize what I've talked about by going through the innovations in our ageLOC line that we've been able to launch over the years. And it actually began, well, originally in 2008 with our ageLOC galvanic gels. For those of you who are around, over 12 years ago, we're here to experience that. After that, in 2009, we launched our ageLOC transformation. This was our first ageLOC line system of products that we were able to launch and develop. We have our facial spa, which was originally called the galvanic spa, that used the ageLOC technology in our facial gels when it was originally launched. ageLOC R squared. This is a product based on innovative gene expression science that targets mitochondrial health for energy and targets detoxification. So for those looking for a boost to increase their baseline energy levels, this would be a fantastic product for them to try. Body Spa. This had some incredible technology looking at the science behind how the skin on the body is different and how we were able to develop a pulsating current in the body spa to be able to target unique benefits specific to the body. TFEU, or True Face Essence Ultra. We've actually been able to create recent versions, and the newest version features Firmplex. And it's been clinically studied to provide the best benefits of a True Face Essence Ultra product that we have ever seen in our portfolio, using incredible ingredients to help with the bounce and elasticity of the skin. So if you ever pull out your cheek and see that it flashes back really fast, right? That's because you have good amounts of elastin or elasticity in the skin. But if you pull out your cheek and it stays out there for a long time, that means that you've lost a lot of that elastin or elasticity. This is a product designed to be able to target that key benefit that people want. TR90, which I already talked about, our weight management system. ageLOC Youth, which I already talked about, our most advanced anti-aging supplement for systemic benefits. ageLOC Me, our customized skincare device and formulas that come because of a result of our technology. LumiSpa and LumiSpa Accent, based on this incredible technology and formulas that give that right feel and texture to the skin to be able to support those 7 benefits in one, like I talked about. And then the spa and power mask. I wish I had more space on my slide. I could highlight ageLOC Nutriol as well, another system that we have for hair care related to things like volume and density of the hair. An incredible system created for those who have thinning hair or delicate hair that want to be able to support the appearance of that volume and giving it the right nutrients to be able to support those key benefits, and on and on. What I want to point out to you as well is that we have a product portfolio for the future as well. We continue to innovate on the ageLOC side. We continue to look at new areas of innovation, like new devices, improved devices. We're looking at areas of gut health and metabolism in the future as well, and so much more to come. As you can see here, there is this pattern of innovation, and we are putting our foot on the gas pedal. We are continuing to innovate, and the future has never been so exciting. And with that, I think I will stop my portion and open it up to the host. And if there's time for a few Q&As, then we can go to that. Or if not, I just want to thank everyone for listening today.
Wow, let's give it up to Mr. Tanner for the amazing presentation. Woo! Flowers and loves, please.
Woo!
Well, you know, while you were just, doing your slides and doing your presentation, and I was, I was learning, but at the same time, I am just so grateful, just being a customer and also be the business owner. Now I think everybody, they're just like me. We understand more why we are taking youth, why we are using facial spa. We understand the value more because we enjoyed all the products, from the from day one, of course. But I think we were digging deeper with Tanner. Now we have more understanding the value, like why we are taking this and why, and how we can help other people to understand those details as well. Well, thank you so much. This is such a powerful presentation. And well, the only word that I can see is just like, wow, it really wowed me. I'm just really amazed and shocked by our, high-end technology, to be honest with you. And at the same time, I think I am, and we are very proud to be able to cooperate with such a powerful company, and being part of it. Yeah. Well, Tanner, thank you again for accepting our invitation and sharing such a wonderful speech and presentation. Okay, let's give him another round of applause. Send him a lot of loves and flowers for you, Tanner.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and I don't really I see a lot of flowers. Yeah, I'm not sure if they have questions. I don't really see because like my screen is full of with flowers and hearts. Great info, thank you.
The presentation was so good, there's no questions to be asked, so.
Yeah, but I don't.
Okay, very good.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I just have a quick question. I've been asking the same questions, but I didn't get to speak. We have been told that only pharmaceuticals in the US, they only use 4S, but at Nu Skin we use 6S. So we're always trying to differentiate what are the missing 2 S's that only Nu Skin has. Would you be able to address that question, please? Thank you.
It's a good question. From our marketing or science side, we wouldn't be able to highlight which are those 2, just because in the pharmaceutical industry, there are different standards. But the one thing I will mention that is different that we follow that pharmaceutical companies don't have to follow is stability, which actually isn't even one of our 6S part of those steps. It's a separate one. But in our stability testing, we guarantee 100% full potency at the end of shelf life. And pharmaceutical grade only requires up to 90% when it expires. So we go above and beyond the pharmaceutical industry and apply a pharmaceutical approach to doing clinical studies, using the right ingredients, the right parts of the plants, and all the things that I talked about. So if I had to say there was one key differentiator, it would be stability. Okay.
Okay. And follow up on that question, since you mentioned the expiration, somebody also asked the same question regarding when it's expired, is it still safe to take our supplements?
Good question. So we do testing until it expires. And so even though we don't have testing after it expires, to me, it's not an expiration where it goes bad. It's more of a best buy date where maybe nutrients, they lose a little bit of potency over time. So it may not be 100% effective. So I wouldn't recommend reselling the product to someone after it expires. But I can tell you personally, I use products until a year after they expire, and I'm still alive and doing well, and I've seen all the internal stability data. So it's, I hate to lose out on a great product if it just expired a month ago or two ago, if that makes sense. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. I agree to that, because I often tell people, even my neighbor who's a physician, he routinely give his own kids expired medicine. Even after 6 months, they were expired. So it's really not a problem, but it's really good to hear that from you. But to go back to my original question in terms of, because I hate to claim something, I'm sorry, that is not published by Nu Skin Corporate. So this whole thing about US pharmaceuticals that you only use 4S standards, can we still claim that, or can we even say that to,
Well, it's a good question. You're not going to find that statement on any of our marketing materials or on our website, but mostly not because we don't want to be experts in everything that's in the pharmaceutical industry, right? I mean, that's a separate industry that we're not involved in. We know it exists, but we don't want to be an expert in that area. And so a comparative statement is something that our legal team usually avoids. But to your point, there probably are aspects of our success that go above and beyond what a pharmaceutical standard is. But to give you an official talking point there, I wouldn't be able to elaborate other than the stability point, which is something that goes above pharmaceutical standard. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much for the clarification. Thanks.
We do have the best products in the world, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I totally
That's
agree.
for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Tanner, for providing us like so much information, and thank everybody to bring up those questions that we never really thought of. And
Can I ask one question?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, can Tanner tell us, give us some hint, what's the next Pharmanex product or Nu Skin product with the ageLOC line? What's the next one, or next 1 or 2 or 3?
Ooh, I'm going to get in trouble for telling you, but it's a secret.
Well,
just within
give
this
some
group,
hint.
right? You'll never share anything I say, so.
Yeah, I know. We promise.
We want to know.
We have a newer version of the LumiSpa.
Wow.
That is coming out shortly with just improvements to the device, the functionality, the feel of the device. Think similar technology, but just subtle improvements that I think you're really going to enjoy. Another key product is related to gut health and being metabolically fit inside the body. So it's a nutritional supplement featuring anthocyanins, so berry extracts, so the colorful compounds and a lot of, think raspberries, blueberries, black currants, etc., that provide nice gut health and metabolic health benefits inside the body. So those would be kind of the 2 key big ones that are coming out. But we have a lot of other things that we're working on as well. A scanner app to be able to pair with the scanner so you don't need the iPad anymore. That's set to be launched very soon in the US market. We have TR Go, which is a nutrition line focused on pre-workout and post-workout nutrition, recovery, and support. We have Vera, On the Pharmanex side, that's something that we're working on. So being able to personalize which supplements you have, it's like having Tanner in your pocket to recommend these supplements would be ideal for this person. So that app is coming and we're working on that. We have a beauty from within line that we're working on as well. So if you think about beauty, it's important, right? So think collagen drinks and other innovative beauty supplements that make you beautiful from the inside out. That is a full line that we're working on shortly, within probably closer to the end of this year in the US market and globally after that. We have a kids line of products that we're working on. So we have a new Jungle Moles that should be launching here in the next couple of months that tastes really good. It's got a new grape flavor. I know the current one, let's be honest, it doesn't taste that great, but the new one tastes awesome. It's kid approved. We have a kids brain supplement, and we have a new kids probiotic combination coming out, 5 billion colony forming units. It's a kids probiotic that tastes great, and it's going to be called Defendables. So it's defending those little microbes inside of little kids. So those are just a few examples of stuff to come. So don't tell everybody I told you that.
So in term, yeah, in terms of the, especially the Vera, the Pharmanex version of the Vera. So can you give me some little bit detail about that? I know that's very difficult, and how to, yeah.
I can't tell you too much about it other than we're working on the algorithm where you would be asked a series of questions on, your age, your lifestyle, your exercise, etc., and then some of your nutritional needs. And then from that, we'd be able to customize what products would be ideal for you. And toward the top of the list, you're going to find an ageLOC Youth and a Life Pack as foundational products. But if energy is a big focus for you, then it would recommend ageLOC Vitality. And so we're still working through some of the details, but it'll most likely be an app or a questionnaire on the website. Yeah. It's still early on, so I can't share too many secrets, but it's coming. I know. We're working on it.
Yeah, what I mean is, just like the, ageLOC Me, are we going to, developing some product, if we stick, we have the Vera to test what, personalize your nutritional supplement in a jar, then you stick your hand and then, or a glass of, and if, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Manufacturing so many different products to be able to customize what you want is very difficult. And in our portfolio, we already have a lot of products that target different areas that people care about. So as of right now, it's not going to be like a specialized serum, that is customized to you. It's more going to be a product recommendation.
I see.
But we're brainstorming how we might be able to apply that to some kind of customized products in the future. So that's on the table, but many things are exciting.
And the last one, a lot of people don't like to take the, the capsules. Taking a whole hand of the capsule, there's a, like a hurdle to a lot of people, especially to old people, like my dad. So, so what's your recommendation? Can we open the capsules and dissolve the, ingredient to drink it? Or what's the best solution for that?
Yeah, the only one that's hard to do that with is ageLOC Youth, because it has powder and liquid ingredients. So that's it's hard to poke a hole and get everything out. But other than that, so for Life Pack or any of the supplements, you can empty them out and pour it inside of a smoothie or a protein shake or even some liquid and consume, and you'll get the same benefits. The capsule is only a delivery mechanism. You don't need it for optimal absorption. So you'll get the same absorption, the same benefits if you just empty it and pour it in for people that have a hard time swallowing. One thing I want to mention about that is we are working in Pharmanex to create a lot of new alternative delivery systems. So you've seen it with Life Pack Elements, right? It's the powdered mix-in that you mix in with water or drink, the chewables. So think more chewables, more powdered mix-ins, more gummies, a lot of different flavors. So if you have feedback on what your favorite flavors are, let us know so that we can make sure that we address that.
That's wonderful, Tess. Trying, yes.
I'm sorry to interject. So is it safe to assume that the half-lives versus, the absorption rate can be sort of ignored when you ingest our supplements with the capsules or without?
It's different.
Yeah, you can largely ignore that. The only
Okay.
thing I'll say is that absorption will be quicker if you do take it out and put it in liquid, because a capsule takes, about 15 or 30 minutes to dissolve, whereas it doesn't need to dissolve if it's in the powdered form. So you'll actually absorb it quicker, but in terms of bioavailability or half-life, all of that is going to be identical.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Tanner. I think all the questions are being have been answered, right? Sorry, my screen was wasn't really moving.
Take a photo.
Oh yes, yes. Let's take a quick photo together.
Yeah. Leon, are you ready?
Leon
I'm here, so please everyone open your camera so I can take a nice picture.
Okay.
There's many pages, so who don't open the camera, I gonna skip that, okay?
Let's turn on the camera and take a picture with Tanner.
Yeah. So I'm gonna choose who
Could you
turn
please say
on
1,
the
2,
camera.
3?
Okay. I'm gonna take about 25 seconds, so everybody hold on, and you don't know which one is you, so keep smiling, okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're muted.
One second. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's the first one.
You're muted.
Just hang on. I'm gonna take about 20 seconds. I try my best as I can.
Everybody freeze.
Yeah, just keep freezing. Keep your smiling freezing. You don't know which one is you. Okay, done.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for taking the picture. Well, let's give Tanner another round of applause. Yay! Thank you so much. And today's event is done. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining our channel. And tomorrow.